So let's start. 1.3. Have you ever seen warming up? First activity, words that have the same spelling but differ in meaning when used in different contexts are called homographs. For example, a temple fair attracts a lot of crowd. Another sentence, her performance in the test was fair. So here the word fair is underlined, and if you think of the sentences, you will find that the word is not carrying the same meaning in both of the sentences. In the first one, it means a gathering of people at the temple, what we call in Marathi Jatra, right? And in another sentence, it means good, well, right? So the word fair has two different meanings in both of these sentences, so that this is the example of homographs. I hope you got it. Let us see the second example. A rose is the king of flowers. Another sentence, the sun rose with a golden glow. In the first sentence, the word rose means one of the flowers, right? And in another one, it is used as a verb and it is the past form or V2 form of the verb rise. So, in both of these sentences, the word rose doesn't carry the same meaning but same spelling, right? So this is the another example of homograph. Now what you have to do? Let us see. Think of 5 homographs and list them below. Then write 2 sentences of your own to bring out the difference in meanings. That is what you have to write 5 words which have different meanings in the different sentences or different contexts. Activity second. When words with the same spelling or pronunciation are used in such a way that they convey more than one meaning, the figure of speech involved is called pun. A pun is a play upon words. Let us see with the help of an example. Here is a dialogue where the character A says or asks, "Hello, how is life?" The B replies, "Hello, oh, it's a strife." So here the word strife has more than one meaning. So this line is the example of pun. What two different meaning it has? Strife means struggle and strife means fight, or you may have some more meanings of these words. So that keep in mind, if any word in the line carrying more than one meaning, that word make that line the example of pun, one of the figure of speech. I hope you all have got this. Let me give one more example. Fruit flies like a banana. So in this sentence, the word flies has two meanings. That is what, if you think fruit flies, if you read these two words only, or at the beginning reading these two words, you may think that fruit can fly, right? But here it is not that. Here fruit flies stands for the plural form of fly, that is fruit fly. So plural fruit flies like a banana. So those flies like banana. So it is the actual meaning in this line or the sentence. But if we read at the beginning only, we think that fruit can fly. So the word flies giving out two meanings. So this is the example of pun. I hope you all have got the second example and the figure of speech pun. Activity third. In poetry, when a question is asked not to get an answer but to emphasize a point or fact, it is an example of interrogation. In one of the previous sessions, I have explained the figure of speech interrogation. I think you will not face any problem about this activity. Still, let us see the example. When can their glory fade? Second example, isn't it time for the autumn's glow? Now what you have to do? From a popular book of poems or the internet, write down 3 to 4 examples of interrogation used in poetry. Remember, in interrogation, the question is asked not to get an answer but to emphasize a point or fact. I hope you all have understood what to do with these given activities.